Hey everyone, welcome to the Back Road. So tonight I want to talk to you a little bit about memories. As sellers of vintage, we sell memories. And when I got into this all those years ago, and it was a long time ago, I did it out of love. I did it out of wanting to keep things out of the landfill, but I did it because I went to an auction. And it was in the neighborhood we were living in. Somebody had passed away and they were doing an estate auction. I'd never been to an estate auction. I maybe one or two, but not stayed all day. And towards the end, maybe 2/3 of the way through, nobody was buying anything. And I felt so bad for the family because I didn't feel like they were getting rid of the things they needed to get rid of. And so I just started bidding on some things and I wasn't spending much. I got some box lots. And back in the day, 1998, 99, we had this little website that had just started called eBay. And on eBay, you could sell things and people paid you. They wrote you checks and mailed them. They mailed money orders. Some people mailed cash. And you got your things back. You sent your things back to them. And they bought their memories and they bought the things that they wanted. So I bought a bunch of stuff and I brought it home, and my husband was like, "What are you going to do with all of this?" And I said, "I don't know." So I said, "I'm going to look at eBay." And I did. And I started selling. And that was in the late 90s. And here it is, 2025. And I'm still doing it. And I still do it because I love it and because of memories. And today I was reminded of that. And sometimes I get these reminders, and I think God puts them there for me to remind me that I'm doing this for a reason. But we heard from a customer who bought this bear. And it's going overseas. And it's going to Scotland. And she wrote to us and she said that she had this bear when she was a child. And she slept with it and carried it around with her and used it so much that it was flat. And then eventually it was lost and she no longer had it. And she was sad that she didn't have it. And she was so thrilled when she found this bear. And, you know, we love hearing stories like that. So we will take a lot of care and make sure that it gets to Scotland to her in excellent condition, just like she bought it. And she'll have it, and I hope she makes memories for another 30 or 40 years with it and flattens this one out. So, you know, that's a lot of the reason that we do what we do. The other part is to keep things out of landfills. I'm kind of funny about that. I really hate that we live in such a throwaway society. I feel like sometimes I'm a hippie at heart. I was born too late to be a hippie, but uh, in enough time that I saw, you know, the remnants of what the hippies had. And I do feel like sometimes I'm a hippie at heart, and I like all of the, you know, the things that people represented and they did back then. And we didn't live in a throwaway society back in the 70s. And we kept things and we reused them and we fixed them. And I like that. And so I like keeping things out of the landfills, and I love being able to pass them along. So I buy a lot of things at estate sales and at auctions. I'm not a thrifter. I do go thrifting now and then, but I do it because it's fun. It has nothing to do with resale. Sometimes I might buy something when I'm there for resale, but I really go into thrift stores to make videos and to have a little bit of fun. And sometimes I take friends along so that I can show them how to start an eBay business or a reselling business. Because if you want to know, the way to learn is from somebody like me who's been around the block. And if you really want to know, you should check out my videos in other places, because we're getting ready to start a series on how to sell when you're a senior. Because a lot of people my age, you know, even in their mid to late 50s and up into their 60s, feel like they can't do this, and you can. But anyway, I digress. To the lady that's getting this bear, if you see this video, I'm so happy that you're getting this. I really am. You touched my heart. I am thrilled that we sell memories, and I'm very happy about it. So thanks for watching. I know this was a long one, and I got a little crazy, but thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Bye.